Right. Again inside, again and again, rain, this year is too much. Let's read between the lines. I already talked about a few things like numbers and other things. And in the last videos, there is a video that is a different message, I guess. Where I try to reveal the hidden truth behind a kind of message catched in the internet and catched but not read it between the lines. And well, let's see. There is something I want to leave clear. That is, what is language, and if it's something to communicate, to interact between human beings, well, this means the language should serve human beings and should be exactly what really interests the human being. In this case, the truth. That is human being nature. But to what you see in the world, it's garbage. Yeah, exactly, garbage. Everywhere, garbage. And the English, of course, it's not only garbage, it's a kind of code, satanic code. And of course, people usually are manipulated because they can't read between the lines. And I understand, of course, things are not easy. But you see, the only thing I can bring here is something to try to help. That's it. I remember one day went to cinema with my ex. She wanted to see a certain film. I didn't like that, but anyways, it was suspense or something like that. And everybody was in silence, terrified with that And I was seeing that, and suddenly I couldn't handle. I I laughed. Everybody watched me. Well, you see, that is it. You know, that doesn't make sense that people are simply giving themselves to any kind of thing. Go and think that is enjoying. Well, there is something called sadism and things like that. People should think about that. Well, moving on. So I already talked about this. Hollywood put things out there to be imitated, and people usually imitate everything. One of those things is things like I don't care, holy shit, holy cow, and so on. You see. So, holy is shit. You see. What they are doing to people's heads without people noticing. Because people are not able to read between the lines. Well, so I expose that thing, and I'm always doing that. For me, it was never difficult. So, well, okay, maybe I have something different. I don't know. I don't see that in that way, because for me, what really matters is the nature of human being. If people are human, should at least try to understand what that is. So well, just to leave you an example of what is this about. I was called several names in the past when I was young. People saw me as something really strange, because you see, I really, I don't do things like the others. I think overthinking. No, I think, and one of those names, for instance, was philosopher. Other is Mr. Patience, and so on. You see, but moving on. This is because I remind me at that time one thing I really mentioned about numbers. That was always my head have been somehow once in a while with numbers, thinking about that, 3, 6, 9, mainly 3, 6, 9. But I couldn't explain what that means, why those numbers came to my head, but everything has a reason, and see, 3 has to do Holy Trinity. In this case, let me introduce something. So, Holy Trinity is the base of everything, the reason of everything. And then we have 6. 6 means Holy Trinity is this for human being, which is 6. And then, what for? To realize 9, the last number. 9. 3, 6, 9. 3 plus 3 plus 3. Again, Trinity. See the magnificence of numbers? Now, I'm sure you know about 666. I mean, what usually people say about this. What this means in reality has nothing to do with numbers per se. Numbers, it's the angelic language. Has nothing to do with that. But there is a symbol, call it Mark of the Beast, 666. What this means is exactly the same as they say, holy shit. Shit is holy. You see? So they magnify our body, human being, our body. 6 is the body. Magnify 3 times as the Holy Trinity, shit. You see? They call it shit. Why? 3 times 6. You see, the same. 6, 6, 6. This is the symbol. So, of course, it's not easy. Read between the lines, but we need to do that to understand things. And so that's why I've been trying to alert people to things like the concept of belief. Everything in the system is serving us to be believed. Is the weapon, satanic weapon they use to trap, to see, so people, I still see so many people taking Bible as their guide. They forgot things like who wrote the Bible, what the intention, why Bible is rewriting, or and so on. What really means that? There are several interpretations, and so on. You see, and then believe what is exactly about. What is belief about? You see, people don't think. I give you an example. Imagine you forgot something, your keys, your wallet, or something like that, and somewhere. And you look, I used to put there, it's not there. Well, and what you are doing is thinking. So what you do is put the hypothesis, and the first, the more obvious that came to your head is your belief, your major belief. It's a belief you don't know, but you believe. You need to believe, because you need to look for, you need to start somewhere. So you see, it's an hypothesis. You don't know. Now, what is about in what concerns to spirituality? Consciousness. What is consciousness? Belief. It's the opposite. It's a matter of knowing. See? So people need to realize to get known. So that is gain consciousness, realizing. You see, so people need to think and start to change their way to describe, to talk about things, and you see. So I want to leave right now a message, because this must be done, not now. That is, we need to work on a real communication for human being, of course, which is build language, universal language, which reveals everything in the true nature of whatever may be. The truth must be what consists the language. Of course, this is something we need to do, not now, of course. We have too much thing to do for now. But when we establish, when we have the paradise established, and this will be done, then this is one of the first things we need to work on that. So, well, I could talk about more things around this, but I don't think it is necessary. I think this message is just fine. So I hope you understand and start to consider some, I don't know, alternative, some, because, for instance, it's no good idea to keep oneself in something like habits or something like that, because you should, in first place, ask yourself if the habit is good or not, because usually I'm bad. So I hope you like it, and keep well till next one.